Kung Fu Killer, also known as Kung Fu Jungle, is a film directed by Chan Tak-sum in 2014, and it pits renowned martial artist and actor Donnie Yen against a lesser-known but talented practitioner, Wong Bao-cheng. Wong was inspired by Jet Li and Jackie Chan to become a martial arts star himself, and boy does it show. He plays the role of Feng Yu-sao, a deadly kung fu expert who actively seeks out retired martial artists so that he can challenge each of them in fights to the death. As Feng Yu-sao's foil, Donnie Yen plays Ha Hao Mo, another retired master who is currently serving a 5-year sentence for having accidentally killed a fellow martial artist in a mutually agreed upon duel to prove who was the most superior teacher. 3 years later, after he ends up seeing news about one of his former friends being murdered, Ha Hao attempts to ask one of the guards for a phone call so that he can contact the police for a request of his. When that fails, he decides to deliberately start a prison fight so that he can get the attention of the police, specifically of the chief inspector, Look Yoon-sum, played by Charlie Young. After requesting that she orders his release so that he can help her catch the culprit, Look decides to leave since she believes that she can catch Feng Yu-sao without Mo's martial arts knowledge. But in a desperate final attempt, Ha Hao Mo then gives her multiple names and a guarantee that one of them will be the next victim. What follows is a multitude of fights and chases in which Feng Yu-sao challenges his foes, kills them, and ends up being pursued on multiple occasions by both the police force that the chief inspector leads and Ha Hao Mo himself after he was granted permission to leave. His early release is on the condition that Mo shares his martial arts expertise to help them track Feng Yu-sao down. On screen at least, Feng Yu-sao goes on a warpath by hunting down a retired master of kicking who became an artist, a former grappling master who took up tattoo designing, and a weapons expert turned movie stuntman. Feng Yu-sao ruthlessly commits to murdering all of them so as to bait Ha Hao Mo into a direct confrontation. He even goes so far as to threaten and hurt Mo's wife, Xin Ying, and although she can defend herself, Feng Yu-sao doesn't hesitate to make the stakes that much more personal. The end results are a sight to behold, because when Ha Hao Mo and Feng Yu-sao finally come to blows without any interruptions, neither of them show any signs of relenting, and their battle is one to remember. So let's get into the pros. For one, Kung Fu Killer does a really good job of setting up the main conflict. It's simple, straightforward, and it keeps the audience engaged, especially by way of showing how Feng Yu-sao keeps pushing past his crooked leg to fight based on the styles that his opponents choose. Another pro I can say is that the movie does an awesome job at establishing parallels between Ha Hao Mo and Feng Yu-sao in terms of their philosophies and practices in martial arts, as well as tension between them due to Feng's repeated attempts to taunt and provoke Mo into action over the course of the film. Because of that, the overarching theme about the true purpose of Kung Fu and how it's meant to be used comes across very well. The cameo appearances from the likes of Jackie Chan, Yun Su-ten, and Lau Kar-lung are very much appreciated, as all of them indicate the cast and crew's reverence for the inspirations that led to movies like this being made. And finally, the action choreography is top-notch. In the span of 6 fights and 2 chase sequences, you can really get a feel for the sheer skill and intensity that every person who ends up throwing down puts on display when faced with adversity. Unfortunately, this movie also has its fair share of cons. One con that I would say this movie has is that it doesn't exactly do a good job in making us sympathize for Feng Yu-sao's character. If done properly, I'm perfectly fine with attempts to humanize the antagonist, but in this case, I think they somewhat fail in properly conveying why Feng has a desire to murder martial artists. Beating them in combat to prove your worth is acceptable, but I don't think this film explains well enough why Feng Yu-sao feels the need to kill the people that he does. Another problem this movie has is that it tries to add a police narrative in a film where Kung Fu should reign supreme as the focus. Inspector Look's efforts to capture Feng Yu-sao are both important and commendable, but I felt as though the movie could have given us even more combat sequences between Feng Yu-sao and Ha Hao Mo than what we got. Lastly, while I do like the ending, I think the end result for Feng Yusao was a little too easy in terms of the consequence he faced, especially when you consider how much damage he had done. While justice was served, I do believe that he deserved a more fitting punishment for his actions over the course of the film. Overall, Kung Fu Killer is a good time that allows Kung Fu enthusiasts to appreciate the clear amounts of passion and practice that was put into providing 1. Strong action, 2. A decent plot, and 3. A pleasant tribute to figureheads in the realm of martial arts who contributed to showing off what Kung Fu as a concept really means. So, with all of the pros and cons that came to mind, I'm going to give this movie 7.5 ticks. Well, that's all for now. How do you feel about Kung Fu Killer? What worked or didn't work for you from this 2014 flick? Comment below and let us know about your thoughts. And be sure to like and subscribe. It helps with the channel. This is DK from Lone Wolf and Cubs signing off. Take care, everybody.